Why would someone
Okay.
take a mortgage if he has the cash?
It's a spread. All your money's in one place in the property. There's been changes also to the central bank now, where if you put your money into a property, 100% owned, you can only take that cash back out now to buy another property or to renovate that property.
Is this the first time this happens in the UAE in terms of the central bank saying you cannot take equity from your property
Yes.
except to buy it?
Yes,
It's the
absolutely.
first time.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw it from individual banks, but not as a central bank ruling. So if you're a buyer and your money's in, it's there for a long time. So taking, even if it's a marginal leverage of 50%, could be quite sensible in the current climate until you get a better feel for what's going on. Certainly for business owners, because for business owners, if they need to use cash in their business and they have to go to a bank for that cash, it's a lot more expensive these days now.
Okay. Up to how much we can take a mortgage now on the first property?
Okay, if it's your first property and it's below 5 million, you can borrow 80% of the property value plus 80% of the transaction costs. So it's actually taking the overall loan to about 85.6%, which is the highest it's been for, 12, 13 years, I would say. So the amount of money you need to go in is really minimised. So it's from that perspective, very compelling and making it a lot easier to buy.
Okay.
If it's above
and if it is above 5 million?
Above 5 million, then it's a slice down to 70%, as opposed to 65% before. And again, you can add the fees in the same proportion to that as well. For nationals, it's 5% across both of those fields higher, basically.
Okay.
So for nationals,
And what about if it's your second property, second or third?
If it's your second property, the 60% rule still is in place.
Still
basically.
applied.
Yes,
Okay.
for now.
All right. So we hear a lot. The interest rates are the lowest they have been. What are the interest rates now, and are they like the same across the board, or are there like special banks that are giving special rates?
No, what we're seeing from the banks is there's a wide range of rates from as low as 1.95 if you're a certain category, going up, I would say, to
What is this
3.5.
category? We want to be in this category.
Yeah, with that, like anything else with banks, it comes with certain caveats, and that would be for private banking or over certain asset base or deposit base with that particular bank. So you would get a better deal on that, 1.95. If you are mainstream clients, as most of us are, you'd be looking at sort of a 2.99 rate fixed to up to 3-5 years potentially. But not all of the banks are as competitive. There's probably, say, a third are competing very actively in the market. The other 2/3, not so much. Sensitive to pricing, sensitive to lending. Not all banks have passed on this extra LTVs because it was optional for banks. It wasn't a mandatory thing they had to do. It's up to them how they do it.
So, what is the maximum payback
How's
period
that?
for loans in the UAE?
25 years, that's capped at 65 years of age for salaried and 70 years of age for self-employed. However, we have seen the central bank recently send out a circular to banks to saying it's actually up to the banks if they want to go past age limits. So we have started with clients recently where they're working within free zones, go beyond 65 or 70 years of age, and we have had some success with that.